Princess Lyra stood before the palace's glass walls, watching the human vessel descend onto the landing platform. Her violet skin caught the light of 3 suns, casting a subtle shimmer across her features. Today she would meet the man she was bound to marry. The Velcari had ruled this region of space for millennia. Tall, elegant, and gifted with psionic powers, the Empire spanned hundreds of systems. They considered themselves unmatched in civilization and technology. Humans were new, barely 60 years into star travel, small and fragile compared to the mighty Velcari. Most Velcari dismissed them as children playing with stolen fire. Her father, Emperor Thanos, thought differently. He had arranged this union, hoping to bind 2 empires in peace. Lyra had agreed out of duty, though she expected little from it. When the human delegation entered the throne room, Lyra studied them with quiet intensity. Their suits were stiff, their movements rehearsed. Except for one man. He was tall, with dark hair and steel-gray eyes. He moved with a natural grace that didn't seem taught. This was Jake Morrison, her future husband. He bowed with perfect form, speaking in a calm, respectful voice that carried weight without force. He thanked the Emperor for his welcome and spoke of lasting friendship. Later, in the palace gardens, Jake's curiosity surprised her. He wanted to know the names of every flower, their history, their purpose. "You take great interest in our culture," Lyra said. "I believe understanding brings respect," Jake replied, smiling, "and respect brings peace." Over the following weeks, he proved himself. He learned the Velcari language quickly, stumbled through rituals without complaint, and treated servants with the same courtesy as nobles. Lyra's doubt softened. He was quiet, thoughtful, and spoke more of Earth's oceans and yellow sun than of himself. Only once did he mention his past as a pilot for the Human Defense Corps, a subject he quickly avoided afterward. The wedding was held under the fading glow of 3 suns. Thousands filled the grand hall to witness it. Lyra wore silver robes of her lineage. Jake wore starker formal wear. Their vows were spoken in both tongues, his voice steady, his hands unwavering. Afterward, he adapted easily to palace life. He rose early to train, studied Velcari lore, joined Lyra in council chambers, and won over the staff with his humility. Even the royal advisers whispered that she had chosen well. The only strange note was a sword he brought from Earth, mounted on his wall, a relic of dark glass and metal, dismissed as a keepsake. He never touched it. For 6 months, life was calm. Lyra grew to enjoy his presence, his humor, his insight, the way he seemed content in his supporting role. But sometimes, when he thought no one was watching, she caught a flicker in his eyes. Distance, a weight he carried but never spoke of. The calm broke with blood. 3 colonies were annihilated on the outer rim, millions dead. The Krell Supremacy, 6 species united by violence, had returned with weapons and tactics unknown to the Velcari. Psionic warriors fell useless. Entire fleets burned. Panic filled the throne room as commanders shouted over one another. "We will crush them," declared Zephan, head of the Velcari fleet. "Deploy the fleets. Show them Velcari supremacy." But reports told another story, defeat after defeat. Then the Emperor turned, unexpectedly, to Jake. "What do you think, Prince?" The chamber fell silent. Jake stepped forward, his movements sharper now, deliberate. "With respect, Majesty, your colonies will continue to fall. The Krell are prepared for this war. Your best chance is to defend the core worlds." Zephyr sneered. Defend? Hide behind walls? And you, a human? You've flown cargo ships and sipped wine at banquets. Leave war to warriors. Jake bowed his head, saying nothing, but Lyra saw his jaw tighten. That night, unable to sleep, she found him staring at the sword on his wall. His hand hovered over it. Zephyr was wrong, she said softly. You didn't deserve that. He toned, and for the first time she saw calculation, cold and sharp. He wasn't wrong. I've been playing a role, Lyra, the harmless human, the gentle prince. It was easier that way. He gripped the sword. Blue fire erupted from the blade, filling the room with a hum that vibrated in her bones. The weapon was alive. This is called a Sky Reaver, Jake said. There are 12 of them. They belong to 12 soldiers, humanity's most elite. We're called the 12. Lyra's breath caught. You are one of them. I am one of them, he corrected. Always have been. My marriage, my diplomacy, real. But my training, my purpose, different. The 12 go where peace has already failed. We end threats before they become wars. The sword's light dimmed as he lowered it. I wanted to see if I could be someone else, Jake admitted. A man who cared about gardens, who read poetry, who laughed with you at night. I liked him. I liked us. But his voice hardened. The Krell won't stop. Your people are strong, but you've forgotten what true war demands. I haven't. The next morning, the Emperor's council heard that the Krell were days away from the Velcari homeworld. No Velcari strategy offered hope. The human fleets were weeks out. Jake requested a secure channel. In rapid English, he called his people. When he finished, he faced the Emperor. The 12 will be here in 18 hours. The room erupted. Zephyr scoffed. 12 soldiers against 500,000 troops? Madness. Yes, Jake said evenly. 12 soldiers, but not ordinary ones. Lyra met her father's eyes and nodded. She had seen the blade, seen the truth. Then let us see, Emperor Thanos said, what 12 humans can do. 18 hours later, 12 drop pods streaked down like meteors. From them emerged 11 figures clad in shadow-gray armor, each carrying a Sky Reaver. Scarred, hard, efficient, they moved with the same predatory grace as Jake. One woman with a jagged scar embraced him. Good to see you, brother, she said. Lisa, Jake replied, voice firm. Let's finish this. Lyra watched from above as they gathered in a circle. They weren't saints. They weren't shining heroes. They were wolves, and the galaxy was about to see them hunt. The real war was about to begin.